All right, first track is Wanna Be Startin Somethin. And half of these tracks I heard, never heard the full album though, like in cohesion. So we're gonna get into it. Let's go. Hey, hey. I don't think we need the lyrics up for this, right? This should be good. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people that listen to this album or even listen to the song heard Michael in the back. Do. I never heard that before until I put the headphones on this shit. But it makes sense because he's so involved with all the music that he makes. I mean, come on, how many of y'all remember the BET Awards when they was doing the tribute to Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston came out and murdered this track? Her, Usher, and I believe Britney Spears? No, it was her, Usher, and Maya. That's who it was. And they had a really good time, but Whitney Houston came out and murdered this shit. I remember that.
Someone's always trying to start my baby crying. Talk is feeling lions, and you just want to be starting something. I said you wanna be starting something, or you got to be starting something. I said you wanna be starting.
Now, one thing Mike gonna do is give you something to dance to. Excuse me. I love the vibe of this song. Of course, like I said, I heard this song before and never heard it in the whole cohesion of the album and shit. There's certain songs on this album that I haven't heard, but with it only being 9 tracks, it's surprising to me. I thought that because it's so highly touted and people talk about Thriller like it's the, you know what I'm saying, the best album ever made, and they only got 9 tracks on there. It's like, wow, I thought this definitely would have had a little bit more than that and shit. I like that your tongue became a razor. I love his inflections. You know what I'm saying? I can't go that high and shit like that. But the fact that he go that high and he bring it back down to a vibrato is really impressive as shit. And this is, you know what I'm saying, prime mic. That's not even a mic that I grew up on. The mic I grew up on was You're Not Alone. And you know what I'm saying? He was already white woman mic by that time and shit. Come on now. Okay, I like that. I like that. So growing up, I never understood what he was saying there. I always knew that he was saying that you're a vegetable, but he's saying they're eating off of you. You're a vegetable. That, look at Mike with the metaphors, him like with the bars, low key for real. Okay, I don't even know if I even heard this verse before, but Billie Jean, of course, he got a song on the album called Billie Jean. So was that a real person or was just that somebody he made up, you know, to reference people that he's talking about and shit? Y'all let me know. I don't have too much history when it comes to Mike and shit. I know a little bit about a little bit. Of course, I watched the American Dream movie and shit that everybody's seen that used to come on VH1 and shit like that. But I'm not a huge fan of Mike. I didn't like, you know what I'm saying, dive into his entire existence like most people do and shit like that. So you guys let me know if Billie Jean was an actual person or just, you know what I'm saying, a name that he created to talk about a person without actually saying their name and shit. Call her mouth a motor. I mean, you could definitely, this is 1982, you could definitely hear the funk influence from Mike. Even like, now him and Quincy did this album, right? And you could tell that those guys was deeply influenced by the blues and by funk. I mean, just hear that bass line. Boom, 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 boom. Like, listen to that bass line. That shit sound beautiful. And even the way Mike sing it, you want to be starting something. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He put some funk into that shit. Just a buffet, you're a vegetable. They eat off of you, you're a vegetable. That's a bar, yo. Them bars. Mike was spitting. Did not know the song was this long either. They even got the hee-hee up here and shit. Oh, shit. See, this is the part right here that I remember. This the part right here that I remember Whitney Houston murdering. You know what I'm saying? Like, she snapped on this part for real, bro. Like, stop playing. Hold up, because like, you'll be slowly, you'll always be trying to stop that baby from crying, hustling, stealing, lying. Now that baby's slowly dying because you could never really take care of the baby to begin with. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's as simple as it get. Like, Mike was just out here telling y'all the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop being out here being like fast, men and women. You know what I'm saying? Stop out here skeeting in these women and having 1,000,001 children you ain't taking care of them, and women stop having children that you're not ready or able to take care of. That Mike was talking about that shit back in 1982. That's crazy. Yeah. Come on, yo. Tell me, yo, like, from the culture, the people from the culture, you know what I'm saying? There's no disrespect for the people that's not of the culture. But come on, tell me y'all don't think about Whitney Houston when you hear it. Like, at least I do, you know what I'm saying? Because she made such an impact singing, you know what I'm saying, the last couple of parts of this song on that tribute that he did to Mike and shit. Help me sing it. So they even have it up here, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. I'm pretty sure that he was saying, I'ma say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. I'm pretty sure that he said that, I'ma say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. And everybody for, you know what I'm saying, 40 years, 40 plus years has been saying, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. I could be completely wrong that he's saying, I'ma say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. But I could be damn sure for certain that he's not saying Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. What the fuck do that mean, yo? Like, y'all just be making shit up, yo. I don't care what nobody say. Maybe he is. Maybe he is saying it. I mean, I hear Mama say Mama Saba Makusa clearly. I hear that clearly, honestly. But I don't know. Y'all let me know, y'all. Yeah, he's saying Mama say Mama. That's crazy. All right, so the year is 1982. Michael Jackson just dropped Thriller. This is an amazing way to open the album. A lot of times y'all was going to be listening to albums back in the day. Y'all would probably be listening to them on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Either record vinyl, you know what I'm saying? Or what they call back in the days 45s. You know what I'm saying? It's a smaller vinyl and shit. Almost like a CD, but it's a vinyl. You know, it's a record that you put on the record player, you put the needle down on and you play it, whatever. But the first track you hear when you get this joint is Wanna Be Startin Somethin. If I'm not mistaken, because I just saw the video about explaining how Michael Jackson finessed the system with the Thriller album, because of the fact that the first single off of this album was The Girl Is Mine, featuring I think was his name Paul McCartney. I'm not familiar with bro. Y'all know I got, you know what I'm saying, straight up our music and shit. If y'all want to expand my horizon when it comes to other music, please leave some people in the comments and I promise I'll react to their stuff. But as of right now, I listen to hip hop, R&B, soul music, you know what I'm saying? All art style of music, whatever. But I heard that The Girl Is Mine was the first single to basically finesse everybody into believing in the album or even like noticing the album or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Promotional usages, of course, right? And then I think Beat It, no, not Thriller, Billie Jean followed, whatever, right? But to start that song, because the first song is like a party song. It sounds dope. It's like it's making you want to be starting something. You feel me? It makes you want to get up. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to have fun. All that stuff. This is the perfect way to start an album because it also gives you a glimpse in what the album is going to sound like coming forward. It gives you a glimpse of what the style of the artist that the artist is taking. Everything, bro. It gives you like the vibe of the album. The first track is always so important in any album, bro, because it sets the tone for real. So this is a great way to start it. A little too long in my opinion, but this is back in the 80s, whereas though they had records that went for 20, 30 minutes on a loop and shit, and they loved it, you know, so it was never an issue with them. So we're going to move on to the next track, which is Baby Be Mine. I don't think I've ever heard this track before, so we're going to see how it sounds. And this sound like some Michael shit, but it sound like some regular ass, you know what I'm saying, R&B, you know what I'm saying, like music back in the day, like back in the 80s. This don't sound too special or too different than what I would hear, I think I would hear from anybody else, production wise. I just think that what he and Quincy was able to do with these songs, like lyrically and stuff like that, was probably the difference maker and shit. But let's get into it.
I don't need no dreams when I'm by your side. Ooh.
And I mean, like sonically, this sounds different, right? I mean, like even his delivery, his voice, how he's singing sounds different than Wanna Be Startin Somethin. This sounds like he's really singing. He's pelting out, rather as though Starting Something was him just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I like how this song's starting off already. I don't want no dreams. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't need no dreams when I'm by your side. I like that.
Every moment takes me to paradise.
Okay.
Darling, let me hold you. I warm you in my arms and melt your fears away.
Okay. Let them horns.
All the magic that a perfect love
Okay.
I need you night and day, so baby, mine. Baby, you and girl, I give you all I got to give. So baby, be my girl.
See, this sounds like prime Michael Jackson. This sounds like the Michael Jackson that Chris Tucker tried to imitate. You know what I'm saying? This sounds like when everybody talk about Mike, this is probably who they refer to. This sounds like prime Michael Jackson. It sounds like, you know what I'm saying, everything that on this track everything on this album in 1980 new probably sounded brand new to these people. And I'm not necessarily saying, like I said, the production or anything, but just the way his voice is and how he's singing these songs and shit. Like, definitely give you a whole nother level. It's like another instrument the way he uses his voice, if that's, you know what I'm saying, way I could put it.
And we can share this ecstasy as long as we believe in love. Ooh.
Mike gonna give you some runs too, boy.
I won't give you reason to change your mind. I guess it's still you tell me, baby. You are the future that I desire. Girl, I need to hold you. Share my feelings in the heat of love's embrace. Show you.
I love the every other rhyme. You know what I'm saying? I need to hold you, share my feelings in the heat of love embrace. Show you, you know what I'm saying? Show is actually the rhyme that he's connecting from hold you, you know what I'm saying? But he had a middle joint. So I'm assuming that whatever's coming after that is going to rhyme with the end of embrace, you know what I'm saying? I like that rhyme scheme they going right there for real.
All the passion burning in my heart today.
Yeah.
Is never gonna fix
Oh, doubled up.
mine. And can I give you all I got to give? So baby, be my girl. Everything this world could be the reason that I live. Won't you stay with me until the morning sun? I promise you now that the dawn will be different. Lady, can't you see that heaven just begun? It's living here inside our hearts. There'll be no more mountains for us to climb. I can't be still, you tell me, baby. This will be.
You know, this actually sounds similar to what I would hear from Janet Jackson, especially with the backgrounds, you know what I'm saying, filling in the rest of the lyrics for him and shit, like as he's belting out what he's saying, dum 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 dum, baby be mine. You know what I'm saying? The background, I think that's just, it reminds me a lot of his sister for real. Or, you know what I'm saying, she might have got that from him, of course, or their production team got it from his.
Love lasting for all times. Girl, you got to hold me. We can touch the sky and light the darkest day. Hold me. Only you and I can make sweet love this way. There's no more I can say, so baby, mine. Baby, you tell me that you love. And can I give you all I got to give? So baby, be mine. Ooh. How it should. Yeah, everything this world could be the reason that I live. So baby, be my girl. Ooh. And can I give you all I got to give? So baby, be mine. Baby, be mine. Ooh. How it should.
So I know they're probably going to just sing the hook over and over again, but it's definitely a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like that bass line in the back, the drums. You know, basically that 1 2. Like I love how that. It just, you know, it makes you want to tap your feet and all that shit. You know, back in the day, it probably make you want to cut a rug, as they say. But Mike is doing his thing so far in the first 2 tracks. He's bringing the vibes, bringing the energy and shit. There's nothing wrong with the first 2 tracks at all.
Everything this world could be to me. So come on, girl. Come on, girl. So baby, Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Baby, be mine.
Okay. Baby Mine was dope and shit. Like another song that I felt like could have ended a little bit early. But then again, maybe my ears got used to this day and age music to where as those songs is only like 2 or 3 minutes long now. There's really no long songs like that for real. But shout out to Rob Temperton and shit who wrote this joint for real. Like this was pretty decent track, pretty dope track. We're gonna move on to the next track, which is The Girl Is Mine and shit. I think featuring the boy from the Beatles or whatnot. So I heard this track, of course, right? I don't know why I said I never heard this track. As soon as this joint came on, I'm like, oh, this is okay. Black Dynamite. You guys, if you haven't never heard or saw this cartoon, it was based off a Michael J. White movie. But they made it into a cartoon with the creators of the Boondocks and shit, bro. One of the funniest cartoons you'll ever watch. They do a parody of Michael Jackson's song on that shit with the Michael Jackson episode, of course. Bro, this shit is gonna make me constantly think of that. I'm just giving y'all fair warning right now. It's gonna make me constantly think of that and shit. Let's get into it.
Every night she walks right in my dreams since I met her from the start. I'm so proud I am the only one who is special in her heart. The girl is mine. The doggone girl is mine. I know she's mine. Because the doggone girl is mine.
I don't understand the way you think, saying that she's yours, not mine. Sending roses and your silly dreams, really just a waste of time, because she's mine.
All right, so sonically for my ears, Mike is killing him already. Like he's out singing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Already. But lyrically, I'm going with bro. Based off, he's like, you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He's like, who the hell do you say? Who are you to say what you said? Man, you better check the reality of the situation. That's what he's telling Mike and shit. I kind of like what he said more than what Mike has said. How he came back at Mike for real.
Don't waste your time.
Because the doggone girl is mine.
I love you more than he.
But I love you endlessly.
Yeah. Hold up now. Y'all understand the difference between those two bars right there? Paul said, because I'm pretty sure that's Paul McCartney, right? Y'all please don't get mad at me for not knowing if it's not. But Paul McCartney said he said I love her more than he. And no, I love you more than he. He said, but I love you endlessly. Mike said, I'm digging her down, bro. What you talking about? He said, you might care for her a little bit more. He was like, but this dick. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
So come in and go with me to one town. But we both cannot have her, so it's one or the other. And one day you'll discover that she's my girl forever.
Don't feel your urge to be let down,
Hold
cause I
up.
really feel it's time.
And no, she tell you I'm the one for her, cause she said I blow her mind. The girl is mine.
Mike said she playing you, bro. She playing you. Cause she said I blow her mind. And she be blowing, you know, Mike talking his shit, bro. Mike, yo, I feel like Mike could have been a rapper, bro. I feel like Mike probably could have been a rapper for real. He came in a different generation, Mike would have been spitting. Tell me I'm lying.
Doggone girl is mine.
I just
The way
I just think Homeboy don't bring the soul like Mike be bringing the soul when he's singing. That's what I'm saying.
She's mine.
She's mine.
No, 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 she's mine.
The girl is mine.
Girl is mine.
The girl is mine.
Girl is mine. The girl is mine. Yep, she's mine. The girl is mine.
Hey.
Yes, she's mine.
Okay, with the baritone?
Don't waste your time. Because the doggone girl is mine.
With the bass? You heard how low he got? Ooh. Okay.
Girl is mine.
Michael, we're not gonna fight about this, okay?
Paul, I think I told you. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, Mike Slick. Mike Slick. You know, he's slick. You know why he said that. He said, I'm a lover, not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight me, fight your joint. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight me, fight her, bro. She chose me. Don't get mad because she chose a real nigga. That's what Mike said. That's what Mike said.
I've heard it all before, Michael. She told me that I'm her forever lover, you know, don't you remember?
Nah.
Well, after loving me, she said she couldn't love another.
Is that what she said?
Yes, she said it. You keep dreaming.
Oh.
Don't believe it. No.
The girl is mine.
He said he don't believe it, but I think he said he don't believe it as in, God damn it, I can't believe this shit. She said that?
No mine. No mine.
She's mine, 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 mine.
'Cause the girl is mine.
And it says written by Michael Jackson. So I'm assuming that he wrote all the verses. That was a dope track, fun track. I feel like Mike wrote that track to because like I said, if the story that I heard is correct, like them leading with this track to basically fool everybody into believing that this was a different style of album than the previous one, because that was the knock on it. Like the previous one was too black, basically. It wasn't enough music that they felt like was for everybody. And if this was into the lead track to trick everybody into believing like, hey, yeah, we on some different type timing, but we like, you know what I'm saying, every other track on this album has been more legendary than this particular song. Mike knew what the hell he was doing, bro. Mike knew what the hell he was doing, bro. But this was a fun track. It's a dope track. Both of those guys did their thing. I think Mike definitely outsung him. I thought the first half of the first verse, Paul might have got him what he was saying and shit, but then Mike kind of took it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, when he was alluding to, you know what I'm saying, I hit your chick better than you do. You know what I'm saying? Or I hit the chick better than you do. They on some same girl type shit. Hey, let's get on to the next track, which is Thriller. Of course, we heard this joint before, but we reviewing this joint in its totality to see how well it aged since it came out. I mean, this was a fuck. So I wouldn't like. That's one thing that a lot of our generation didn't get to really experience when it came to Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like the anticipation, the what he's gonna do, how he's gonna do it, type of vibe and shit. Like, you know how it is when artists are in their prime, kind of like how people feel. I'm trying to think of a great example to use when it comes to like just anticipating their music, yo. Like whenever the person say, I'm gonna do something, people be like, oh, yo, you heard this, that, and the third. Maybe the best I could think about in our genre is probably like Kendrick, Drake, you know what I'm saying? Those guys, maybe Jay-Z, you know, like those guys in like, if I'm talking about hip hop, maybe R&B, we thinking about maybe Chris Brown, Beyonce, Usher, you know what I'm saying? At one point in time, it was a guy that we can't really talk about because people will try to get mad at you for talking about him. He in jail though. They called him Pied Piper and all that bullshit. But you know, it was certain people that you would kind of anticipate their stuff. You'll be excited when they announce that they're about to drop something. I wanted to know that feeling from like being a fan of Michael Jackson in his prime in the you know what I'm saying, the late 70s, early 80s, you know what I'm saying? I was born 91, but like even growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I grew up, You're Not Alone, Mike, and all that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what the History album, I think, or some shit like that. But grew up, you know what I'm saying? We grew up with different type of Mike, you know? I wanted to know what it felt like to grow up with Mike in his prime. We don't have an artist. That's why I keep trying to tell people, y'all keep trying to compare these artists to Michael Jackson. There is nobody that you can compare to this man, especially this man in his prime, bro. He different. But let's get into Thriller, though. They snap with this production, though. They snap with this production. Because I think they made this with the full thought of making it into like a mini video. Like they had no other thought in mind, especially Michael. Especially Michael. Because I don't know if I'm talking too loud. Hey, 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 hey.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror.
And one of the things I loved about this song was the harmony in the background. And of course, that's Mike doing that shit himself. Like, I always thought that shit was fire.
Take the sound before you make it. You start to freeze, and so it looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed, 'cause this is Thiller night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast of strike. You know it's Thiller.
Like this joint, and just think about it, because I don't know how this joint was released, but if it was released, of course, as a single first, and then, you know, they've released the video at a later date, the anticipation for the video had to be fucking insane. And then for him to come out with the video that he came out with probably exceeded all expectations. But think about experiencing that video for the first time, bro. You turn on whatever channel that they were showing video. I think it was like MTV or whatever and shit like that, was showing videos and all that type of shit at the time. And you turn on that joint and you see Michael Jackson basically acting, you know, in a mini movie, and you don't know what's going on until you hear the you know what I'm saying, the beginning of Thriller pop off and shit like that. And you experiencing this whole because I don't know how many artists that was really doing this type of shit. Like, I can be completely wrong about if he was the first artist or maybe the first major artist to put it on the grand scale that he put it on, but I don't know many artists that was actually out here doing a full fucking production, like movie wise, for videos. And that wasn't Michael's last time doing it, first or last time doing that. It might have been his first time doing that, but it damn sure wasn't his last time doing that. We all know that, bro. Like I'm saying, like the mindset going into this song had to be completely different than any other song on the album for him to understand, like, this is a song that I'm making basically based off the visuals. I'm not writing this song or recording this song based off of anything else other than what I picture this song being visually and shit. That's a crazy way to write too and perform it. Yo, that's crazy.
You hear the door slam and realize there's nowhere left to run. You feel the cold hand. I wonder if you ever see the sun. You close your eyes and hope that this is just imagination. Girl, but all the while.
Now, he snapped on this track. This is probably the most in element that he has been so far on the album. Like, for the Michael Jackson that we knew, like, or we all come to reference when we think about Mike. This is probably the one right here. And not even just like talk about the era, but the sound, the way he's singing, everything. Like, I think this is probably what people's minds immediately go to, especially when you hear this album and shit, because it's like, this is probably the album that people could say that Mike found his sound on or found his style on for real. But we definitely got some more to go, so I ain't gonna keep pausing this and talking and shit.
you're a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time. I could think this thriller night. There ain't no second chance against the thing with the 40 eyes, girl. You're fighting for your life inside of Thriller. Night creatures calling
That harmony in the background don't get enough credit. That harmony in the background don't get enough credit.
You're fighting for your life inside of Thriller. Night creatures calling the dead start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. This is the end of your life.
Nah, Mike was snapping on this shit.
They will possess you unless you change that number on your dial. And now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together. Yeah, all through the night, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is
Nah, y'all, like, I don't think y'all get, like, this. I understand how special this song is, right? Especially to name the entire album after this song, to make it basically the concept of the album. But I don't think y'all understand how timeless this record has been. This shit, like, even though I'm listening to it now, I'm really listening to it. You know, any other time I'm vibing to it, yo. I'm vibing to it. Mike was talking some scary shit on this show. Mike was really talking some scary shit. It's really a audio like horror type of vibe, on some Meet the Grams type shit. Mike was on his Meet the Grams type shit on this bitch, bro. I never really listened to her, like listen to the lyrics. Like I said, just vibing to it. You always wait for it. It's the thriller and the dance parts, really. You don't, I'm like, for me and shit, I wasn't really peeping what he was saying and shit. So to really sit down and read and listen to what bro was really saying, Mike was talking on some really spooky shit. This joint actually way over than what it was for me now and shit, for real, yo. Oh my goodness. And then they had the OG, what's his name? Vincent Price, I think that's his name. One of the scary voices of all time. He was basically Tony Todd before Tony Todd, R.I.P. to Tony Todd, the Candyman, of course. But he was the guy that people would go to say scary shit and do scary shit on tracks. Or you know what I'm saying, in any way, shape, or form where you need one of those voices. He was one of those guys and shit.
The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Mike was different, bro. Mike was different as hell, bro. To think about something like this, yo, like.
The foulest stench is in the air. The funk of 40 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the Thriller.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Iconic, bro. Iconic. Like one of the most iconic records in the history of fucking music. I don't care what genre we're talking about. Like this is one of the most iconic records. It could be in the argument for the most iconic record. Like when people say aliens come down to the earth and be like, they be like, what's the music that represents people? It's probably going to be a Michael Jackson song and probably fuck around be Thriller, bro. Like this is like one of the most iconic songs in the history of music, bro. Like I said, like this was a dope song, dope listen to. Shout out to Michael Jackson for having the most insane brain to come up with the concept of doing a song based off of visual rather than vice versa. You know, most people would write the song and then base the visuals off the lyrics. Mike had the concept for what he wanted to do before this is just my opinion, of course. I don't know if these things are true, but it just feels like Mike had the concept of what he wanted to do visually before he actually what he wanted to say lyrically. And I think that's dope. That's how, and then that shit came together so beautifully and shit. Shout out to the writer of the song. I don't know who Rob Temperton is. I feel like there might be Michael Jackson under a different name, but he might be somebody else important in history that I need to look up too, for real. But shout out to the writer of the song. An amazing song. Like I said, it's the test of time. One of the most iconic songs in the history of music, for real. You can't debate that. We're going to move on to the next song, which is Beat It, another song that you can't mistake at all, you know. And this right here, that right there, just the beginning of the song. If that shit dropped by itself, right? If this shit drops by itself, right? Hold on, we're gonna run that back. If that shit drops by itself, you already knew what song it was as soon as that shit dropped. As soon as that shit dropped, you knew what song it was, yo. Like that, and that's another thing right there. When we're talking about how an album aged or the longevity of an album and shit like that, this is why we consider certain albums classics. I try to really break down classics for people when we're talking about that shit, right? Because if we're talking about a classic album is any album you could put on at any goddamn time, any era, any generation, whatever you want to call it. You could just throw that album on and it will connect and it will ring just as loud as it did originally. And so far through 5 tracks, because you, like I said, Beat It, you could just throw the song on and you automatically know what's up, bro. Like you already know what's up. Like that's crazy. Like it's doom. All right, yeah, this is Beat It, and we, you know what I'm saying? We know Mike back about to kill this joint. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. I mean, the next, look at this run that he goes on this album, bro. It goes Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, and then he ended with Lady in My Life. God damn. I understand why people look at this album and say this is the greatest album of all time. I understand that, bro. This is like, look at this shit, bro. Like this is some of the biggest songs in fucking history. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. That's crazy. And then that right there. Come on now. How many times has that been sampled in history? Or even this guitar? All the instruments coming in one at a time is always amazing to me.
They told him, don't you ever come around here. Don't wanna see your face, you better disappear. The fire's in their eyes and their words are really clear. So beat it, just beat it.
And I always like, this was one of my favorite songs growing up from Michael Jackson and shit, because he was basically telling you, if you ain't about that life, just get the fuck from around here, bro. You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like you playing with your life. Remember.
Don't wanna see no
Right.
You wanna be tough, better do what you can, so beat it. But you wanna be bad, just beat it. Beat it. There's no one with the beat it. Showing how fucking strong is your fighter. It doesn't matter who's spoke up right. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. They're out to get you, better leave while you can. Don't wanna be a boy, you wanna be a man.
And it's also sound like too, like you're trying to grow up too fast. You know what I'm saying? Chill out, bro. Like this, like you don't want to be a part of this lifestyle. Although you acting like you do, you really don't. Trust me.
You wanna stay alive, better do what you can, so beat it.
You know what I'm saying?
Just beat it. You have to show them that you're really not scared. You're playing with your life, this ain't no truth or dare.
You know what I'm saying?
They'll kick you, then they beat you, then they'll tell you it's fair, so beat it.
And this also could be a huge, you know what I'm saying, play or allegory, metaphor, if you will, on the music business, how he's talking about it and shit. You're like, you better be really prepared for this shit or get the fuck on. Because there's a lot of shit that come with this. You know what I'm saying? Like the paparazzi, the people, the fans, the media, whatever. This is back then. You remember Michael Jackson was one of the most polarizing figures in the history of America and shit. So for like shit in the world, for real. Like this is one of the most, if you talk about global artists, you're talking Michael Jackson, right? So like he dealt with a lot of different type of scrutiny from different territories, different countries, different walks of life and shit. So like you got to be prepared to deal with this shit. You know, this is like I'm not saying this is exactly what you're talking about, but it can be used in that aspect for real.
But you wanna be bad, just beat it. Beat it. There's no one with the beat it. Showing how fucking
Okay.
strong is your fighter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter
All right.
who's spoke right, just beat it. Beat it. There's no one with the beat it. Showing how fucking strong is your fighter. It doesn't matter who's spoke right, just beat it. Beat it. Beat it.
Shout out to Weird Al Yankovic too, because it's also, you know, whenever you hear a lot of Michael Jackson songs or any older songs, you know, Weird Al did a parody to that goddamn song too. So just made me think about that too. That guitar solo was always sick too. And we don't get that no more too on albums, bro. Like shout out to Wale. Everything is a lot on one of the tracks. I forgot what track it was. I think it was Tomorrow Today. He actually has a little solo, you know what I'm saying, for the guy that was playing one of the horns. I don't know what exact horn he was playing, so I didn't want to call it out. But he was killing it, you know what I'm saying? He had a little horn solo for bro in there. We don't hear that no more too much in music, whereas though people have live instruments and they allow their people that's playing that live instrument to have a solo and shit. So shout out to the guitarist getting his shine and shit. And think about it too, a lot of these songs back in the day would be 4 or 5 minutes long, right? And really that last maybe 1.5 minutes it's just them saying the hook over and over again for real. Like, and that's how a lot of these older songs was back in the day for real. Like they didn't really have too many third verses. It was just them singing the hook over and over and over again. Or they have a long ass bridge. You know what I'm saying? And then they go right back into the hook, you know. Yeah, that was always a dope track. One of the best tracks in history, like I said before it came on and shit. One of those, like I said, one of those songs that you immediately drop and people instantly recognize it as an unforgettable song. The song right after it is probably even more unforgettable. Shit, like I said, this run that Mike went on from song number 4. Some people might say the entire album, starting from number 1. I wasn't familiar with Baby Be Mine. I was a little bit familiar with The Girl Is Mine, like I said, to start off with that. But like I said, starting from Thriller on, it was completely no misses. I mean, it's no misses on this album in my opinion at all, but I can understand what everybody says about this album and how they feel about this album. It makes completely sense. And we're going to get to the final verdict at the end of the album, of course. But let's get to the next track, which is Billie Jean and shit. Even that. You hear that as soon as you don't even have the bass line in the back don't even have to come in and you already know what this shit. You already know what this shit is. Jesus Christ.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one that could dance on the floor.
He said, don't mind. I said, don't mind, but who you mean? Okay. Don't mind, but what do you mean I am the one? What you mean, don't mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean by that, Mike? Like, what do you mean? Like, you don't mind that she's saying that she's pregnant? But what do you mean that what you mean that I'm the daddy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind you saying you pregnant. Like, I ain't got no problem with that. That's what's up. But what you mean that I'm the pregnant? I mean, I'm the daddy and shit. That's what it sound like Mike said. Shit. What you mean that I'm the daddy? Excuse me? That's what it sounded like he said. Stop sign. Okay, that's that. Okay. She said I'm the one who would dance on the floor and around. I mean, that's a fact, Mike. You was dancing all around, nigga. You always be on the floor dancing on the around. So she know, all right, that's that nigga over there that's dancing on the floor. But you can't get nobody pregnant from dancing on the floor all around. Come on now, Billy. What you talking about, Billie Jean? Why she causing the scene? Excuse me? And then every head turned with eyes that dreamed of... hold on, I can't see the rest. Of something being the one, right? You know what I'm saying? Wait, what am I doing? Let me move this over. Okay. What am I doing? I'm tripping for real. But then every head turned with eyes that dreamed of being the one. So are he saying that when she said my name is Billie Jean and caused the scene, everybody was like, damn, shorty bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that she trying, you know? Or he's saying every eye is turned with, oh shit, I hope Mike is that baby father. Like, hey, like I hope this nigga get caught up in the bullshit. Like, I don't know what perspective he's coming from. Like I said, Mike could have been a rapper for real, bro. Okay. That's a fact. No doubt, no doubt. All right, so look, like when he said, "Mama told me be careful who you love, be careful who you choose, be careful who you do because the lies become the truth." Bro, it sounds like you kind of low key admitting to the fact that this little Billie Jean, little child, or the little boy might be your child, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you do, lies become the truth. You know what I'm saying? So basically saying what goes around comes around. Are you saying that you got to deal with this crazy joint because you know what I'm saying? You dismiss so many women throughout your life. Now you're dealing with a woman who just won't leave you the fuck alone. Is that what you're saying too? Like let us know, Mike, because it sounds like you're admitting to the fact that you just might be this man father, or this baby. Well, he a man now, but this you know what I'm saying? This baby father. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Mike. I don't know, Mike. Never knew he said law was on her side. I never knew that was the lyric there. I thought you said I was on the site. You know what I'm saying? For 40 days and 40 nights, I was on the site. I thought that's what he said. He said law was on her side. So you saying for 40 days and for 40 nights, you was the father of this baby? Oh, so you telling us a story, Mike. See, I'm not familiar with your game, my guy. Mike was out there really giving it to these bitches. You know what I'm saying? I know we've seen videos of Mike when he be in the limousine and he be like pointing out titties and all that shit. Like, I know we've seen all that, but I'm saying Mike was out here giving it. You know what I'm saying? First thing you gotta do is use protection, motherfucker. Come on now. You gotta be smarter than that. I know this is the 60s, 70s, and 80s, whereas what the fuck is protection? But come on. Be smart, man. Hold on. We gotta run that back. Man. 40 days, 40 night lows on this side. Hold on, we're gonna do that right there. We're gonna start it right there. So he said for 40 days and 40 nights, Lost was on the side. But who could stand when she in demand, her scheme and plans? Basically, he's saying that law was on her side and she using that bitch to her advantage. And I can't stand that shit. You know, that's what sound like Mike was having baby mama issues, bro. Mike was having baby mama issues for 40 days and for 40 nights. That's crazy. Let's go. What? Remember to always think twice. He said that shit twice. He really said that shit 3 times. Always remember, think twice. Do think twice. Do think twice. You know what I'm saying? He said that bitch 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then came and tell you we danced till 3. Like Mike was rapping on your ass, bro. He had bars. Stop playing with me, yo. Stop playing with Mike. Just remember to always think twice. Come on, bro. Oh, come on now. How you gonna show a baby crying? A picture of a baby crying and his eyes was like mine. Oh no. Now come on. How the baby crying, his eyes look like mine? Our eyes turn a particular way when we cry? Come on, bro. That sound like some Maury shit. She was on Maury like, look at the way the baby cried. He looked just like Micah. The way the baby cried. Come on, yo. Mike was out here telling y'all out here dancing and having a good time. The Michael trauma, he was going through some shit. What's wrong with y'all? I don't know the situation with B.O.B., right? But it sounds similar. No, it don't. I'm my motherfucking business. But basically, he's saying because we had a dance, I'm your baby father. Because we had one dance, I'm your dad, I'm your baby daddy. Like, that is crazy. That's what he's saying. Like Mike could be capping 100%. Like they definitely had more than one dance. You feel me? But Mike saying we had one dance, and now I'm baby father. This shit. Right? Right. Okay. Alright. So he admitted that he smashed right here. He said, but you came right beside me with the smell of sweet perfume. This wouldn't happen much too soon. She called me to the room. Hey. So she called me to the room, you know what I'm saying? Hey. You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know what I'm saying? Mike was like, all right, you know. She called me to the room. He admitted that, right? Oh, we're gonna go right back to it. Right. Uh-huh. I don't know, sound cat. Every time you end your verse off Michael Jackson, you tell some semblance of truth, nigga. I've been peeping it. The first go around, you said that, you know what I'm saying? I might have fucked around with a maybe for real, probably. You know what I'm saying? And then this one, you like, yeah, I definitely. She called me to the room, and I was like, you know, so I don't want to go, but I'm actually walking towards the room. That's what it sounded like you saying, Mike. Come on, bro. You can't keep claiming not to be this baby daddy, but you did some baby daddy shit, nigga. Come on, bro. What you doing? I don't know, bro. I don't care how many times you say that, bro. I don't make it true. Bro. You just admitted to smashing her. And I know y'all used contraceptives back then. And I used contraceptive. Come on now. Then he had a dance break on her ass. He spent. Where we at? Where we at? How long we into this jump? We 3 minutes and 35 seconds into this goddamn song. And he had a dance break on her ass, boy. After spending 3 minutes and 35 seconds saying, I'm not your baby father. I don't know what the fuck you talk about. We did smash one time, but that don't mean shit. That's what Mike said. This is one of the best sounding songs ever, though. This shit fire. Hold on, and then you got the nerve to tell her that she broke your heart, nigga. Yo, Mike was a whole fuckboy. Excuse my language, he was a city boy, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Mike out here saying, yo, that's not my child. And now he said, you know what you did, breaking my heart. And nigga, like, nah, bro, you can't do that. You can't pull the victim card. Yeah, to follow this shit up with human nature is hilarious. To follow this shit up with human nature is fucking hilarious, bro. Like, Mike is a wild dude, yo. He's funny as shit, bro. He's funny as hell, yo. Let's move on to the next one. Billy G, one of the most iconic, you know what I'm saying, It Wasn't Me tracks in the history of music and shit. He said, yeah, I smashed it, but I promise y'all, yo, y'all need to listen to me. That's not my baby. With no sense, because we danced one time. Nah, because we danced. I mean, she invited me to a room and I was, hey. Yo, Mike, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Mike was on some shit back in the day. Mike was on some shit. See, y'all thought Mike was soft. Y'all thought, and he was out here stealing all y'all bitches. He was out here stealing all y'all bitches, and y'all thought Mike was soft. See, that's what y'all get. Mike said, one of y'all bitches trying to pin y'all dirty ass children on me, man. What's wrong with y'all? Take care of your child. Yo, let's go. Next song, Human Nature. Yo, that is crazy. Another iconic opening that you just, as soon as you start, I mean, shout out to SWV and shit. Of course, they did a great rendition of this joint, but even without that song, this song would have rang bells forever. I mean, just the way, like I said, when you could just start a song and pause it right here, and people be like, oh, that's Human Nature. You know what I'm saying? The song ain't been on for what? 3 seconds. Oh, that's Human Nature. 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, amazing work. Amazing work. Shout out to him, Quincy, and the whole production team. Of course, when I say him, I'm talking about Michael Jackson. He is definitely him. But shout out to those guys in the production team. This is an amazing body of work so far, bro. Like I said, like the run that we are on right now, there's no way that you can look at this and say any other different than this being an all-time classic. But let's go.
Looking out across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Yeah, always.
Bro was really a poet, a rapper, bro. Like, looking out across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. You know what I'm saying? He probably on the balcony somewhere, wherever he live at and shit. He looking out there, he's seeing all the traffic and all the light. You know what I'm saying? The nighttime life, just everybody moving, everything shaking. The city winks a sleepless eye. I mean, just bars, bro. Bars.
Looking out across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Yeah, I'd always shake my window, sweet seducing sighs.
Mike says she over there moaning for me. Yearning, as you will. You know what I'm saying? For me. Stop it, Mike. Mike talking his shit, bro.
Get me out into the nighttime, for walls won't hold me tonight.
Talk your shit, Mike.
If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite.
Bars.
If they
And if this town is just an apple, let me take a bite. I'm assuming that this song is based in New York and shit like that, you know, like, because it's just giving you at least the visuals of New York when he's talking about what he's talking about and shit like that. So he probably in a penthouse somewhere in New York and shit, blah, 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 whatever. And he looking for, you know what I'm saying? Mike on some shit, bro. Yo. Mike is different, bro.
say
Why?
tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say
Why?
tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? Reaching out to touch a stranger, electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl.
Bro, like, it's really about going out and finding some pussy, bro. Mike is really, yo. Mike is really out here serenading y'all on some, yeah, I'm about to go out tonight and on some, you don't have to call. He on his usher shit like, I'm about to go out and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Where the bitches at? Yeah. Where the bitches at? Mike said, where the hoes at? He in New York, he said, we looking for the hoes. Stop it, yeah.
She knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. If they say why?
Come on now. Come on now. He's saying, why y'all think, why am Mike talking about sex? Because it's human nature, nigga. Why Mike out there looking for something to fuck? Because it's human nature. That's why. Mike out here telling y'all, bro. And then look, the track before this, he telling y'all that nah, the kid ain't my son. But he explaining to y'all on human nature about how he met Billie Jean right here, bro. Where is it at? Where is it at? Come on now. Right here.
Reaching out, touch a stranger.
Right.
Electric eyes are everywhere.
So they in the club.
See that girl.
Uh-huh.
She knows I'm watching.
She know she know I see her.
She likes the way
She like the way I'm looking at her ass. You feel me? That's Billie Jean talking about. They in the club, you know what I'm saying? They had that dance, quote unquote, that dance. I see that girl, she like the way I'm looking at her ass. She know I'm looking at that ass. She like the way I'm looking at it. You feel me? And if they ask you why, tell them it's human nature, motherfucker. But the baby ain't shit. After you do your human naturing, the baby ain't yours. The son ain't yours. Oh, Mike, you dirty motherfucker, boy. You a dirty motherfucker. You toxic nigga. You toxic nigga.
say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why?
I mean, this song is fucking amazing, and he telling you like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck something in this human nature. He said, I love living this way. And then he gonna hit you with the vocals. And angelic vocals. Hitting you with angelic vocals telling you that, man, I just love going out and finding something to smash every now and again. Right. All right, so it's morning time now. Right.
Reaching out, I touch her shoulder.
Uh-huh.
I'm dreaming of the street. If they say,
Bro, Mike told y'all I'm for the streets, nigga. He said I reached out and touched her shoulders. I'm dreaming of the streets. Like, all right, shorty, it's time for you to get up out of here. I need to get the next one popping. Hey, bro, this has got to be one of the best songs in the history of everything. By the way, he telling y'all, yo, this is my routine, basically. Yo, why have nobody broken this shit down? I must be hearing this shit differently than anybody in history, bro. Mike was a funny ass dude, bro.
tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way?
Oh my God. So you better tell them, nigga, it's human nature. Why? You know what I'm saying? He came from the bowels with that shit. Mike talking this shit now. That was unnecessary. Bro, this song is one of my new favorite songs, bro. Mike and the writers are amazing to put it in such a soft, sensual way about, yo, I'm going out into town, finding something to fuck on. And the reason for it is because it's human nature. Bro, he just told us about how he met Billie Jean in this song. Bro, look, I think, all right, so we got Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, Lady in My Life. I think all those songs might be about the same woman, bro. Come on, yo. Or they all might be about different women. Look, Billie Jean was the one that tried to do all the shit that she did. Like, you fucking up the game for everybody else now. You ain't gonna make me trust these bitches. And then Human Nature is like, all right, I'm back out on the joint trying to figure, because, you know what I'm saying? I done took a break after Billie Jean did what she did. You know, so now I'm getting a little bit restless. I need something to, you know, I need something. You know, I'm Michael Jackson. So now we doing it, and then now PYT might be about somebody else, or, you know, and the Lady in My Life might be about his main joy. You know, Mike was on some different shit, bro. And he's killing that shit, like, singing the shit out this song though. Bro, that song is so fire. So fire. Like, it is even more fire now that we know that Mike was out here just smashing Jones, bro. We're gonna move on right on to the next song, PYT. Hey, shout out to, like, once again, to my boy Wale. He just put out a new album, Everything Is a Lot. Y'all can go check out that reaction over on the Smoking Bud Network. One of the best reactions you're gonna find out there to that album, for real. Breaks down every song and let you guys know how I feel about it at the end, like I will do this one. But he did his own rendition of PYT. I just wanted to give him a shout out because that's a dope rendition of it too. But of course, here we go, Michael Jackson's.
You know, you make me feel so good inside.
Mike, look, he's talking to another John.
I always wanted a girl just like you.
I always wanted.
You're such a PYT.
Mike spitting game. Mike was a stone cold pimp. Mike was a stone cold pimp. He said, look, man, I always wanted George. Just like, dude, you know what I'm saying? You such a little PYT. Come here, let me talk to you, Lord George. Like, Mike was spitting true game to these George, yo.
You make me feel so good inside. I've always wanted a girl just like you. You're such a PYT. Pretty young thing. Ooh. Where did you come from, baby? And ooh, won't you take me there? Got away, want to, baby. In the road you've got to be. Spark my need, just sugar fly with me. Don't you know?
Hold up now. Cause we just came off of Human Nature. So y'all heard what he said, Tender Roadie, you got that beat. Spark my nature, sugar, fly with me. You know, spark my human nature. You hear me? He said, we gonna start this naturing up in here. Mike was y'all really thought Mike was out here talking about save the world and shit. Mike was out here trying to get these joints. He trying to get these joints. Y'all tripping. Right. Y'all heard what he said, right? You heard what he said? Let me love you, PYT. You know what I'm saying? What you say? You say you need some loving. You know what I'm saying? Pretty young thing. You need some TLC, tender loving care. You know what I'm saying? And I take you there. I take you there. Mike, y'all better stop playing with Mike. Mike wasn't out here the way y'all thought Mike up. Yo, Mike was out here stealing y'all bitches. That's what it was. Y'all thought Mike was, all y'all people that made fun of Mike and shit, Mike be on some weird shit, Mike was stealing y'all bitches, bro. And y'all thought he was making little corny songs, and all his songs was talking about stealing y'all bitches. The original Mr. Steal Your Girl, if you will. I don't like the way he put that one. Nothing to stop this burning. What do you mean by that, Mike? Burning desire. I know the next one was desire, you know what I'm saying, to be with you. But hey, you better, that pause was a little too long. You know what I'm saying? You better follow that up a little bit quicker. Come on now. Mike say, look, I need that, Joe. I don't care where we at, what we doing. Come holler at me real quick. Just real quick. Just real quick. Mike, I sound like a fiend for it. Mike was a whole sex addict. Let me find out, bro. Look. What? Bro, listen. Billie Jean's son is yours, nigga. That kid is your son, bro. Mike, you have given no evidence on this. You have given no evidence on this album otherwise. You've been a whole freak bull out here stealing niggas' bitches, out here on, you know what I'm saying, the girl is mine and shit, out here denying babies, but telling people it's human nature to go out there and find Jones and smash. Now you telling Pretty Young Thing you giving her everything you got. Come on now, Mike. This is not looking good for you, bro. It's looking like you did what you said you didn't, my guy. Come on. Ooh. Repeat. He said, "Little Pretty Jones, you better repeat after me." Yo, all I know is there is no way in hell y'all gonna, after this reaction, y'all better not look at this album as the same type of album before. Mike was telling y'all, I'm out here stealing people bitches. I'm out here denying babies with no proof at all. Just letting y'all know, yeah, I might have smashed her, but that kid ain't mine. Y'all just gotta take my word for it.
You know, just get together. It's such a PYT to me, Pretty Young Thing.
He said, it'd be such good if you want to do something. I couldn't hear what he said, but you said you PYT, you such a pretty young thing. Mike out here talking, he whispering in the bitch's ear, bro. You could tell Mike was whispering in the bitch's ear back in the day, bro. Boy, different. That boy different. Mike was out here shooting 100% from the field, bro. Next song we got is the last song on this album, which is Lady in My Life. Mike has been on a tremendous run these last 5-6 songs for real, bro. Like, and it's so funny because I think from number 3 on down, it's really just been setting up the whole theme of the album, which is I'm taking, you know what I'm saying? People, like I'm gonna stop saying he's not. That's not the theme of the album. That's not the theme of the album. But the theme of the album is definitely more so I'm growing up, and y'all guys gotta accept this. I like women. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like. I gotta deny babies and shit because I like women too much and shit. You know. So it's like I understand this album. This is a dope ass album, but Mike was out here, bro. He should have been a rapper, bro. I'm telling y'all, Mike was out here spitting. Mike was out here spitting. And if they ask you why, tell them that it's human nature, motherfucker. Let's go. Lady in My Life. One of the oh my God, one of the smoothest sounding songs. Oh my goodness, I love this song, bro. I love this song, bro. One of my top 5 Michael Jackson songs for me personally.
There'll be no darkness tonight. Lady, your love will shine. Lighting the light. Just put your trust in.
There'll be no darkness tonight, lady. Our love will shine. Lightning. Bars. Like I told y'all, bro. Mike be rapping. Mike had bars, bro. And on some real stuff, Mike out here spitting game to women. The whole album. And he had some strong ass game. Mike was spitting some game. Mike probably could have been a pimp on some real shit. He could have made motherfuckers follow his ass. Mike could have made motherfuckers follow his ass. We gotta start this over. Stone Cold pimp. Shout out to Black Dynamite.
There'll be no darkness tonight. Lady, your love will shine. Lighting the light. Just put your trust in my heart and meet me in paradise.
That's some pimp shit. Just trust me, baby. I'm gonna take you around the world. I'm gonna take you everywhere, baby. Trust me. Just trust me. I'm gonna show you the world, baby. Just work this strip. Just work this strip right here. We gonna go see the whole world after you bring that money back. Mike out here pimping, yo. Mike out here pimping, bro. Come on now.
Just put your trust in my heart and meet me in paradise. Now is the time, girl. You're every wonder in this world to me. A treasure time won't steal away.
Bro, when I tell you bars, you're every wonder in this world for me. A treasure time won't steal away. Oh my God. Yo, I'm telling y'all, was y'all really listening to these, like this album, bro? Like, cause ain't no way in hell I was the first person to break it down like this, bro.
So listen to my heart. Lay your body close to mine. Let me fill you with my dreams. I can.
Let me fill you with my dreams. What do you mean by that, Mike? Y'all not sharing dreams. Because you would say, let's share our dreams and some shit like that. You said, let me fill you with my dreams. Mike, I told y'all, bro. Mike was different, bro. Mike was different. Y'all thought Mike was just out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to save the world and, you know what I'm saying, making, you know, different songs that sounds like that he don't mean what he mean, bro. He's talking about most of these, so like I said, from The Girl Is Mine on down, even Thriller, he was talking about smashing somebody in a spooky way. He was talking about smashing somebody in a spooky way on Thriller, bro. Like, Beat It was the only one that he wasn't really on some shit and starting something for real. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get y'all game on starting something. If you can't feed a baby, don't have a baby. You feel me? But from here on out, bro, he been on some demon time. Mike been on some straight up. This sound like Tank wrote this shit. Hey, for real.
So listen to my heart. Lay your body close to mine. Let me fill you
Like I told you, that's one of my favorite songs. The way he sung this bitch, the composition of it, the way they produced it, the instruments, everything, just beautiful. Everything is beautiful about this song. But Mike was really like, yo, I'm trying to stay with you forever type shit. That's how good this shit is. That's how good this shit is. Like, he went from, like, I'm telling y'all, bro, he went from denying the baby to say, you know what, it's human nature to do what I did. You know what, I'm gonna own up to it. To telling Shorty, you know what, you a pretty little thing too. You know, we probably can make something happen for real. To lady in my life, to the fact that, all right, yo, you like this shit so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely my joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, or it could be all about different women, because I could see that too. Because Mike is just, he been giving y'all hints on this whole album that y'all got a whole different perception of me than who I actually am and shit.
Lay back in my tenderness. Let's make this a night we won't forget. Girl, I need your sweet caress. Oh.
Come on now. Mike was telling her. He was telling y'all, like, yo, y'all, I don't think y'all really listen. Y'all, because it's always been a perception of Michael Jackson that he was kind of a square or soft. Mike was a freaky ass nigga, bro. Mike was a whole freaky ass nigga. And y'all, the best album that people say is his greatest album, y'all didn't peep that on this shit?
Reach out to a fantasy, two hearts in the beat of ecstasy. Come to me, girl, and I will keep you warm through the shadows of the night. Let me touch you with my love. I can make you feel so right. And maybe through the years, even when we're old and gray, I will love you more each day, 'cause you will always be the lady in my life.
I love that. I love that. This is like a wedding song, all that good shit. But Mike telling y'all, bro, like, just let me, because I know it's like that. So we could spend the rest of our life together. You know what I'm saying? I'm already playing this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Mike said, I didn't already playing this shit out. So you might as well just stay right here for real. Like, you might as well just stay right here with your boy. Like,
Stay with me.
no, what I tell you?
I want you to stay with me. I need you by my side. Don't you go nowhere. Let me give you one. My lady, the sweetest yours. I wanna touch you, baby. You're my lady, and I love you, girl.
Just for the sake of the fact that this will be on YouTube, I had to keep pausing in between. You guys know how this shit go. But I just want to vibe out so bad. Like I told you guys, I love this song, especially the end of this song. Like the end of this song, I just want to vibe out so bad. But we have to, you know what I'm saying? We have to get the little pause in between and every now and again to make sure YouTube don't hit your boy up with no bullshit for real.
Don't you go nowhere. I love you, I need you, I want you, baby. Stay with me. Don't you go nowhere. And I love you, baby. Ooh, baby.
He said, slow down, let me talk to her. He said, slow it down, let me talk to her real quick. Oh, don't you go nowhere, baby. You the lady in my life, girl. Talk your shit, Mike.
feel you, baby. All over, all over, all over.
Look, let me feel you all over. Come on, man. Y'all talking like Mike was like making Disney records. What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all, man? Come on.
Get back with me. Let me touch you, girl. Get back with me. All over, 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 baby. Come on, lady.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. In my personal opinion, as flawless as an album can be, this is still to this day, 2025, about to be 2026 soon. Michael Jackson Thriller is still, without a doubt, one of the best albums to listen to, front to back, in history. There is no way around it. If we're talking about how did it age, I can't even think of a great example. Fine wine ain't good enough. It aged like Angela Bassett. You know what I'm saying? It aged like goddamn Pharrell. You know, people that just don't look like that, they aged at all in history. It aged like Usher. You know what I'm saying? These are the motherfuckers that just don't look like they aged. That's how good this album have aged throughout history, bro. I came into this album expecting it to be, you know, just a cool album because it's Michael Jackson and it has so many hits on it. So I expect, but listening to these songs, like one after another, like, you know what I'm saying, cohesion, it really showed me that not only Michael Jackson was a whole freak ball, but this is one of the best albums to listen to when you just want to throw something on. 9 songs, and the songs is relatively long, so it's not like it's 9 short songs, bro. It's 9 songs and it's a 42-minute album. That's crazy. So Mike was giving you vibes throughout the whole song, bro. Like, I mean, the whole album. This was a dope ass album. It aged tremendously. It's still, the classic level should go even higher of how good it still sounds and like how good it still is in 2025, man. I appreciate everyone that's been here for your boy. This has been the first episode of our new series, Throwback Pack, right? Like I said, so when we do Throwback Pack, we're going to be listening to a hip hop or R&B album that's 10 years or older that we either haven't heard before or we heard before and we want to see how well it aged. And we're going to be just reacting to it, and hopefully you guys come through and vibe with your boy. I appreciate all the love, and remember, stay fried, my friends. We are gone.